It's day 26 of 50 Days of Fitness. Welcome back. And it is again Sunday. It's a Bump It Up Sunday. And yesterday, as you know, you can count, was day 25. So it was what we'll call the hump day of this 50-day challenge. It's all downhill from here. So since it is Sunday, as if you've been following along, you may know that Sundays are Bump It Up Sundays, at least for me. Whatever your situation is, you decide what's right for you. But usually on Sundays, I review things and think, hey, do I, make any changes here? And what are we going to do? So the new regimen for me, some things are staying the same, some things are changing. Number one, 20 squats. That is staying the same. Number two, 20 toe touchers. That is staying the same. Number three, 20 calf raises. That is staying the same. Number four, so I had been doing 15 shoulder raises, kind of to my side, kind of out and up and over and down. And I am changing that. I'm dividing that into two exercises. So I'm doing 10 on the side, shoulder raises, and 10 in the front. So kind of think of it as doing the wave. You're doing 10 to the side, 10 to the front. So then we're going in and I'm doing my curls. I use a band for the curls. I went from a 40-pound band to a 50-pound band, but I cut the reps in half. I had been doing 20 curls. I'm doing 10 with the new weight, 10 shrugs with that same weight, and then staying with the grip trainer, staying the same with 12 on each side, and then going up to my old Bowflex I have up in the upstairs. I'm calling it a gym. It kind of is a gym. I think it's fair to call it a gym. I changed the weight there too. I added 20 pounds to the resistance that I was doing, and I had been doing at the previous weight, I was doing 20 reps down to 10, and same thing with the seated row, or the I guess we can call that a row. That's a good thing, a seated row. I'm using the same weight I do for the bench, and I also, so that weight went up and those reps came down to 10 as well. So that's the new regimen for this week. As if this is your first time, we call this earning your coffee. You do not have to start with that many. This is something that we have been gradually adding over several weeks. In fact, it all started with the idea of I should earn my coffee and just do squats. So when I put my coffee in the Keurig, I have a Keurig machine. It takes 2 or 3 minutes for that coffee, and it's like you should, just while you're waiting, do some squats. And so it all kind of started from there, and that is perfectly okay. Even if all you're doing is doing squats, that is better than nothing. I mean, that is good for you. So, and you can make some progress there. So however it works for you is how we do this. So we call that earning our coffee. Whatever that exercise regimen is, you do it while you're waiting for your coffee. And then we try to do that 4 to 6 times a day. So I won't do it again until I'm getting another cup of coffee or something like that. And usually for me, it's about 30 or 40 minutes later, I'm getting my other coffee. I usually drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee in the morning. So that is the exercise portion of it. The other part is the diet portion, which for me, it's a sugar fast, and it's a pretty extreme sugar fast. So for my diet, I am no sweets, so there's no desserts, no sweets of any kind, none of that stuff. Also, no fruit. Fruit has fructose in it. It's a natural sugar. I'm not trying to say it's bad for you, but it is sugar, and I'm trying to get rid of pretty much all added sugar. And then on top of that, we're getting rid of, my physician calls it the white diet. So we're getting rid of pretty much anything you eat that's white. So rice, pasta, potatoes, bread, pretty much any of those things, they are taken off the table as well. And also all grains, so kind of that's sort of part of that bread thing, but pretty much all grains. So it is a very restrictive diet. It is, and but I don't know. It's one of those things. So anyway, with that in mind, we talked a little bit before about the keto diet and being in ketosis, and so just kind of very, very quickly and roughly, the keto diet, that is sort of the game plan of the keto diet. You are trying to go into ketosis, and the idea behind that is that there's this, there are these studies that indicate that if your body is in ketosis, that there's a change in the way your body's metabolism works. Your body will start trying to use your fat stores as its primary source of energy. And so in a way, you're trying to get your body to make sure that it's, if you're losing weight, that it's pulling that from your fat stores and not from your muscle stores. It's a little, but if you don't do that, if you're just on a regular diet and you're not doing that, it pretty much takes it from wherever it can find it. So it will take it from your muscle stores, it'll take it from your fat stores. But if you go on a keto diet, it has a preference toward your fat stores. So that's sort of the idea behind it. It's sort of a body recomposition kind of idea. And there are other reasons to be on a keto diet as well. But anyway. So I got curious about that, and I'm going to say something that is, I don't know if you're squeamish or not, but we're going to talk about a bodily function here, and that is that I noticed that my stools have been very soft. They've been very soft for a while, and that, that sometimes happens. You have these cycles, and that may change, but mine has been that way for a while, and I got curious about it. I thought, I wonder if that's because of this, this diet I'm on. I wonder if that's a sign I'm in ketosis. So I looked it up, and sure enough, it is. And so I decided to ask Cope and say, hey, what are 5 signs that I might be in ketosis? And here's what it said from AI and the internet. According to them, signs you are in ketosis. Number 1, bad breath. So the idea is that when you're in ketosis, your body tends to expel acetone, and it usually does that through your lungs and your breath, and so you may have a fruity or metallic smell to your breath. I haven't noticed that. I might have that. I don't know, but I haven't noticed that. So number 2, weight loss. And it said especially the first week, which I thought was really curious because if you were following along, that very first week, I lost a lot of weight, like 8 pounds, which was a surprise to me. And it has evened out since then. And that sounds almost exactly like this. It says, weight loss, especially the first week. The first week, you tend to lose a lot of water weight and your glycogen stores are depleted. Number 3, reduced appetite. That's also really curious. I have had this thing where I have noticed that. I have had many days where I'm just working and not really paying attention to the time. And it's 3 or 4 o'clock and I haven't had a lunch or breakfast or anything at all to eat yet. And I just didn't get hungry. And so that's not every day, but I have noticed that. And so I thought, oh, maybe that's why. Number 4, increased energy and focus. It's funny there too, because I have been thinking lately, it's like, man, I feel like my mind is really clear and I have really good focus on things. And so that has been something, and I didn't really associate that with diet or anything, but it could be that has to do with this. And number 5, which we mentioned at the very beginning, digestive issues. You can have soft stool. You can even have diarrhea. You can have like some stomach cramping or stomach upset, those kinds of things. It does say that as your body gets used to the new diet, those things usually resolve themselves. So if you have any of those things happening to you, you might also be in ketosis. So that's kind of it. Those are the 5 signs. There's probably more than that. I only asked for 5. I didn't want to, get too far involved in that. But I thought those were interesting. And so I suspect that I am in a ketosis state. So, which is, what we're trying to do. So anyway, that's it for today. For day 26 and Bump It Up Sunday. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know if you've been doing this and you're having, tell me what your experience like. Are you having cravings? Are you past that? Have you noticed? Are you in ketosis? Are you losing your appetite and all of these other things? Let me know. If you know anyone else who might benefit from this, who might enjoy these things, maybe you share it with them and give me a like. And if you like hearing these kinds of things, we're going to be finishing up this fitness challenge in about 24 days. And so you might want to subscribe. Also, the last challenge we did, 50 Days of Trash, that's a pretty good one. You might want to check that one out. And at the end of this one, we'll do a new 50-day challenge to be determined. So that's it, my friends. Happy Bump It Up Sunday. If you are adjusting your thing, let me know what you're doing. I'd love to know. Put it in the comments. And take care, my friends. Bye.